You know when you have a big dream, a goal that makes your heart race, but for some mysterious reason, it feels like you yourself get in the way? You procrastinate, get distracted by irrelevant things, make those silly little mistakes right at the crucial moment, and before you know it, the opportunity has passed or the dream remains tucked away in the drawer once again. That feeling of, why do I do this to myself, is frustrating, right? So why do we sabotage ourselves so much, even when we really want something? Well, the bad news is that often our biggest obstacle isn't external circumstances, but an inner enemy, a master of self-sabotage living inside our own minds. And the first thing to understand is, it's not that we are masochists or consciously want to fail. Psychology shows us that this self-sabotaging behavior, as illogical as it seems, usually has roots in deep fears and beliefs, often unconscious. What fuels this inner enemy? Some of its favorite dishes are fear of failure. This is a classic. To avoid pain, shame, or disappointment from a possible failure, we don't really try or give up at the first obstacle. It's the famous, if I don't try too hard, the fall won't hurt so much. Fear of success. Yes, it exists. Sounds crazy, right? But success scares people too. It can bring new responsibilities, more visibility, fear of not keeping up, attracting envy, or changing too much and losing who we were. It's the so-called Jonah complex we've talked about here. Low self-esteem, or feeling undeserving. If deep down you don't believe you're good enough or deserving of good things, you might unconsciously create situations to prove that negative belief true. Toxic perfectionism. That demand that everything be absolutely perfect before taking the first step. Since perfection doesn't exist, we never start, or we get frustrated and quit. Comfort of the comfort zone, even if it's bad. The familiar, even if it's unhappy or stagnant, feels safe. Changing, chasing a dream, means facing the unknown, and that gives a big stomachache. Disarming the enemy. 5 steps to start turning the game around. Okay, we've understood some of the whys, but the burning question is, how do we start to disarm this inner saboteur and stop postponing our dreams? There's no magic formula, but there are paths. Turn on the beacon of awareness. The first step is to recognize your self-sabotaging patterns. When do they usually appear? In what kind of situation? What's your favorite excuse to avoid doing what needs to be done? Just shining light on these behaviors makes them start losing power. Talk to the root fear. Behind every self-sabotage, there's a hidden fear. Try to identify, what is your biggest fear in this situation? Fear of being judged? Of not being capable? Of disappointing someone? Look at that fear with curiosity, not judgment. Be kind to yourself. Urgent self-compassion. Instead of beating yourself up for self-sabotaging, practice self-compassion. Remember, this behavior probably appeared as a way to protect you from some past pain. Embrace that part of you that's afraid, but don't let it be in charge. Break the dream into irresistible mini-steps. Big dreams can paralyze the saboteur. Turn your big goal into tiny tasks, so small it's almost impossible not to do them. Every small step conquered is a victory against self-sabotage and a brick in building your confidence. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Drop the pursuit of perfection. It's the procrastination's best friend. Focus on progressing a little every day. Value effort, learning, each small advance. This takes away the power of the all-or-nothing thinking that feeds sabotage. Disarming this inner enemy is a journey of self-knowledge and constant practice. It's not about eliminating fear or doubt forever, but about learning to act despite them. It's about you, more and more, taking the helm of your ship and choosing the direction of your dreams instead of letting the winds of self-sabotage carry you away from your course. What's your first step against self-sabotage? And you, what is the main low blow your inner saboteur uses against your plans? And more importantly, which of these small steps can you start taking today to begin disarming it and walk with more confidence towards your dreams? Remember, the power to change this game is already inside you. Share with us here in the comments your biggest struggle against self-sabotage and which strategy you will try. Your experience might inspire many people. If this conversation gave you some light, leave a like and share this video. See you next time.